Neeze is finally having that breakout tournament. 13th place back-to-back at LANs.
Yep.
This time guaranteed higher.
But do you think there's any sort of nervousness coming into this bracket knowing that you're going up against the juggernaut himself, Impala the Impaler?
Absolutely. That's a great nickname. Absolutely. Trying to get through that is going to be the biggest task that I've like try to deal with. And when it comes to Impala, once you see him get 1,000 nairs with bow, that's when you know you're probably not winning. So it's going to be on Neeze to try and space him out. We're going to start off with blasters. But the biggest thing, Skip, is once we get over to Lance, like we said earlier, that D-Light into N-Light has been so consistent for free damage.
Oh, there we go. Neeze tried to get that sig. Tried to see if they could get a bit of a cheeky early stock. Still not going to be able to take that one. But the pressure so far really just not allowing them to get foot on stage. But great stuff from Impala there, getting a little bit of a 1-2-3. But now this, they pick up the spear and they immediately die for it.
Yeah, that second time through with that recovery is going to go ahead and get the K off the top. That D-Light chase dodge recovery was not enough earlier. Of course, that defense from Kaya going to help out in that situation. But here's that Lance, that D-Light N-Light again, right into a follow-up Sair. Impala is taking a decent amount of damage already. Gonna avoid that nair as well. But again, you're guaranteed 4 hits every single time once you catch that, Skip.
Oh, wow, that was great. Oh my goodness, Impala. Jeez, you know, that's exactly what I needed to see to just for game one alone, to be like, okay, Impala's still in this. Because Neeze, and it's like, they've just been off to such a hot start here, really taking the pressure right to Impala, but we all know it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, and we know Impala is their finisher.
And one of the things that's really impressive with what he did too is he chased after Lance of all things down there to chase that recovery, but since then, he has, it's been a one-player game. He hasn't been able to hit Neeze very often, and very high recovery just to avoid getting caught on any landing. He was willing to take one hit, and there goes yet another one. Neeze is up once again with the stock lead.
And as we see into this last stock here for Impala in game one, we're going to see if he can try to get some offense going, because like you mentioned, like we had that one burst of offense off stage, a fantastic edge guard, but in the neutral, it's kind of been a little absent.
Yeah, he's been hunting for some anti-air D-lights. He did finally get a side light nair in a second ago, but that neutral is going to push him back off stage, trying to go for a decent, going to get pushed back off, and nair comes back on, but Neeze not having much to do with that, taking some damage. Impala may be looking for a recovery, but he had too many resources burned to try and push it.
Oh, dude, Neeze's spacing right now is impeccable. Just keeping Impala out, maintaining that space, that safety net, if you will, and just blowing him up. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm sitting here, I'm like, there's just no way Impala can drop anything here, but here comes Neeze. You talked about it earlier, right? Having the breakout tournament, if anything.
This is the breakout tournament for Neeze right now. He just two-stocked Impala game number 1. That is a message to be sent, if anything else. This is best of 5, and of course the winner of it all does get to hold that trophy right up in front. Even though Impala has held it a couple times, the Triple Crown is a very difficult task to achieve, and currently he's already down 1 and trying to get that.
Yeah, man. Triple count is definitely hard to achieve. I mean, everybody here is an absolute Mustang, man. There's absolutely roaring through. I know we don't really race with Mustangs, but...
We're in Texas.
Yeah, you know, whatever. Well, I'm talking about horse racing. You know, that's a different thing. I guess you don't get that.
Both still apply.
Yeah.
Both are still correct answers. But right now, Impala's starting to pick it up a little bit. Like we said before, one of the biggest things you were saying is that he was whiffing a lot in neutral. Now with the bow, look, getting a few more D-lights started. But for Neeze, it doesn't matter. He's been able to just find so many openers with Lance. It's been absolutely on point.
Right. Here we go. Right now, Neeze really doing a good job keeping this pressure up. We do have Impala with a slight early lead here. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you need that one game to just really start to wake up. Yep. Maybe that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Impala off to a hot start here, kind of making us forget that game 1 really even happened. Just saying, look, sometimes you need to wake up here, because I told you, he was rubbing his eyes when he got up there. He just took a nap. He's ready to win this thing. And right now in game 2, he's certainly taking the knees, letting him know, hey, man, you didn't think it was going to be a walk in the park,
remember, in any match, as long as you got a game, you still got a chance. And that was only game 1, so he's got plenty of time to make adaptation happen here. And so far, Neeze has been struggling a little bit more to find some openers. Does find the end light, looking for the nair. Doesn't get the follow-up he's looking for. But his defense around Impala at ledge has been really good, which is one of the most difficult tasks to deal with.
There we go, both players now in the red though. However, Neeze on that second stock. No weapon in hand for Impala. We do get the weapon spell right there, and there comes the bow. We know how dangerous this scenario is. Neeze, can you find your way back? Get your footing on the ground, tosses the weapon. Doesn't get a hit out of it either, but a strong punish. And now we've got Impala 3 stocks to 1.
We just went from a 2-stock to, hey, calm down for a second, all right? We've got game number 2 here. Impala is going off. He's going to go ahead and get that GCD light punish. Going after with a Sair. He's going to go ahead and get that stuff recovery. It's looking like Neeze might not make it back, but instead he does by the assistance of that Nair, but he took so much damage, does finally at least get a stock.
And I respect the hell out of that for Impala. There's a situation of, look, you're probably going to come back. I'm probably going to get you back to the stage here a little bit, but I'm at least tacking on the extra damage.
Yeah.
I might lose my stock, but now you're in a terrible position for me to come in and really close it out.
If we go down together. But at least this time it was only one. And Impala does have him right around recovery ranges pretty soon. He's going to go for the Nair, make sure that he just gets that extra added damage on. Missing out on 2 of the spear recoveries, but Side Air will just get that finish. That is exactly what you want to see as a rebound. 875 damage.
No way.
What?
No, that... Do we have a glitch in the system?
Maybe.
That's a lot of damage.
I actually can't pull up the damage stats over here right now, so we're just going to believe and go yes. Right now, the Lucian is actually going to be the swap out, so...
Yesterday I saw Godly hit 600 3 games in a row. I'm like, what is going on? 875!
Well, apparently he's not feeling too hot about the Lord Vrax anymore. Kind of got figured out a bit in that last game. Still keeping the blasters, though. Trying to make sure, like, I think that was a majority of what still worked across both games, so don't change what isn't broken.
Yep. As we can see, though, big damage here from Impala. Yeah, he's definitely woken up. Nap time is over, and it's time to close this out. Ah, misses the conversion there to try and close out that first stock. He's even untouched so far.
It's the longest attempt at a 0 to KO for a little while now, almost 30 seconds in, but he does finally get hit. Neeze, however, still unarmed. Impala trying to make sure that that stays that way. Does finally get access over to the Katars.
Oh, I do like that, too. A great opening to get started here, right? You use the hand-to-hand, and then you pick up the Katars, keep the combo going. It's definitely a nice little bit of damage. A missed input there from Impala.
And these scrambles have been kind of ridiculous. Neeze has not been able to punish Impala at all. And that Sider is just going to go ahead and get that done. So the weapon starve is about to get back to it. But Neeze will be at least back to the blasters, which is what he was doing much better with before.
Yes.
Whenever he actually gets it.
Well, we do see the bow in hand. There we go. Blasters now out here once again. And you know what? Maybe the Katars are definitely going to be able to help a lot, too. We kind of mentioned that because, let's be real here, the Rocket Lance had some issues, right? And I think a lot of that has to do with Impala's just... He's just so used to that weapon.
The fuel price is a little high. It's like he had enough in the tank for the first time round. Second time, not so much. He was running on E, and now we're going to go ahead and switch it over instead to some boxing tactics. But it's still been the blasters. The blasters have pretty much would have gotten the job done. That recovery should take it out, and that's going to go ahead and even it up. Yeah,
the economy is definitely not good for that gas prices.
No,
we all know about that right now. It's not terrible, but it's not great. But what is good is Impala economy as he continues to dominate here in Game 3 after that Game 2. Stocks are going up, but Neeze's stocks are going down as we continue to get into this.
Yeah, the market's kind of crashing a little bit for one of EU's hopes, but definitely not right now. Looks like they're starting to buy in, and Neeze is buying into some faith that he can get this done. The Sider coming through, looking for a potential gimp right here, and that should be it. Weapon toss down. No, the weapon toss from the spear gets in the way and actually lets him pop.
Oh, no, sell!
Sell now!
Don't hold! Impala, though, got great turnaround on that as well. And that's one thing I've been noticing a lot as we've gotten just into the top 32. All these fantastic players, right? They're trying to get these clean edge guards, and then one small mistake leads to your own demise. Like, you guys got to be on top of this.
You cannot let any of these players get that extra added resource of getting that wall touch, and all of a sudden things just go south. That was such a good attempt by Neeze, and Neeze has been getting absolutely bullied for a while. Does try to go for a recovery read onto Impala. That Side Air will finally take it, but Skiff, he took so much damage.
He took a lot of damage, that is for sure. Honestly, you're about a hop, skip, and a jump away from being sneezed on to lose your final stock here. Neeze getting sneezed on.
That's nasty.
That's nasty. We'll definitely see how this works out here, barely living on that recovery.
Trying to find some answer. Of course, Katars is one of the weapons that can definitely make that happen, but that's a stuffed recovery, and that is the stuff. I had nothing to follow up on that. That is your hopes and dreams getting crushed. Impala coming through once again, moving up 2-1 in the set. Skiff. A lot of that, of course, he switched it up. The guitar is working a little bit better, but how are you feeling? You think we're staying on Lucian or do we go back?
I don't know. Probably stay on the Lucian at this point because I do like that. Like after you lost, you took game 1, you lost, you switch immediately. You don't wait till your possible elimination game to make the character switch. So we get into this next one here, right? Maybe things still don't work out your way, but you definitely got it a bit warmed up. You should be able to play a little more hot, a little more consistent here.
Yeah, he did look pretty much he looked great up until he got reversed.
Yes.
Like if that never happens, we might be talking about a 2-1 lead in favor of Neeze. Instead, we're looking at Impala trying to go ahead and get an early KO off the top, but a good 4-piece string. Now he's got to take that end light. Not too much else to follow.
As we try to get back down onto the ground here, Neeze continuing with these onesies, twosies. Whoa, that was really threading the needle on that one.
Ooh, you almost had it.
You almost got it.
Gotta be quicker than that. But Impala coming through with the side light and waiting for Neeze to burn a dodge. Was not in position to get the punish with the nair he was looking for. But Impala, yeah, you gotta watch out when he's at ledge. He's always hunting for that burn dodge so he can go ahead and catch you 1-6. Doesn't matter. There's another one right there. That's gonna put Impala back in the lead.
It's crazy to talk about him, how Impala's always hunting, right? And he's literally using the tools our fantastic ancestors were using when they were hunting back in the day. Spears and bows, right? This guy is literally a trophy hunter, literally and figuratively, looking for a third one today and looking to also put Neeze down into the elimination bracket, trying to find a way to close out the second one.
That case is going to look a little bit shinier if that third one's going to get in there, because it is absolutely looking like Impala has woken up. Like you said earlier, the recovery will go ahead and take it out, but Neeze has been playing from behind pretty much ever since he got that game.
There we go. We got the bow back in hand, trying to get back down to the ground.
A bit of a struggle right now.
Yeah.
The thing is with guitars, you got to be able to establish fear to get those dodge reads so you can get that free recovery. But Impala has just been playing around them perfectly. That side light comes through, not too much comes after it. Whereas I think the biggest thing, Skip, is Neeze will get a hit, but he gets that one hit. Whereas Impala will get a hit, and you'll get 4 to your stock, and it's looking like one more will take it to push him into that winner's finals.
You know how terrifying that is? To get jabbed with a spear like that and then thrown to the atmosphere. That cannot imagine start to comprehend how that feels, but Neeze obviously reeling back from that one. Now, last stock scenario here. Can they find a way to turn this around? We do see Impala in the red. There you go. We got one stock apiece now. It is pretty much, you got to make this happen.
Absolute sign of hope for EU if you're looking to see Neeze pick this back up, because that right there minimized the amount of damage he was taking prior to getting to the next stock here. The end light will push him back off stage. And actually, no, that's bad. He got his dodge burned. He's going to go ahead and get chased back down. He's going to get caught, but instead it wasn't him that got caught. He got the end light and still keeps it going.
Yep, and was actually able to hold on to the guitars as well, coming back down. Ooh, that was a little bit scary there. Scary Terry, right? But Impala, oh, Neeze, what do you do? Oh my goodness, I'm surprised they're able to get back here, but
Neeze is looking to try and get a big play. He's going to get around, but he's currently unarmed. He has to try and box up close. That's going to be a side air, pushing him back off stage. Does he find maybe a ground pound? No, he's just going to back off, let Impala rock. Impala getting back, but he only needs one more mistake.
I mean, Impala is the bow master here, and they're going to be able to close it out as we see the 3-1, a gentleman's sweep, if you will. To be able to close it out, punch their tickets into winners finals here. One match closer to grands, and then one more match closer after that, assuming they win, to another offline trophy.
Like we said, one of the things that can be so difficult with dealing with Impala is when he is on fire, especially with the bow. Game 1, irrelevant. It was your one chance to try and make me scared. It's like, nope, I actually just needed to get a little bit of coffee, and I was good.